just happily stumbled upon at my nearest Walmart store. That's right, at long last. Out of all the figures of Power of the Primes, you just cannot completely experience the Power of the Prime series of this Transformers subline without the main attraction. The whole purpose of it. The power of the Prime Masters. And here is the first wave of them all in one grab. So here we have Micronus, we got Vector Prime, Liege Maximo, and we're going to be taking a look at all three of them in this spotlight review here at the reviewing station today. So we'll take a look at one each at a time. Here's Micronus with Power of the Primes, Prime Master, ages 8+, Hasbro's logo, Transformers logo, going to the Misaligned Generations logo at the top right corner, with a very nice artwork of the Pretender armor for Micronus, which happens to be on the back, Cloudburst. So there you have that. Focus, will you? Decoy armor, as they call it, no longer Pretender armor, because this is what it's solely based on. It's the original classic Pretenders during the Generation 1 era. 3 steps of transformation. Yeah, you flip this guy from his prime power thingamajig here, right here, into its own robot. Then you slap it into the decoy armor and you close it up. There you go. 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. Done. Also available, Liege Maximo, which again, we will be taking a look at. And there's the Authentic Generations logo for Transformers, which, to remind you, if it doesn't say authentic, it's a knockoff right next to the Hasbro logo. So either one can let you know whether or not this is legit. Liege Maximo. So Liege Maximo, Prime Master, Power of the Primes. There's his insignia for his Prime thing. Ages 8+, Hasbro's logo, Transformers logo, Misaligned Generations logo, top right corner. There's a good look at the Skull Grin, as I'm guessing here. Well, look at that. I got it right. Skull Grin, decoy armor. Once again, 3 steps of transformation. Also promoted, Vector Prime. Wow, look at the order we're going in here. Again, authentic Transformers, Generations logo, whatever you want to call it. Last one to take a look at is Vector Prime. There's his insignia, which is right there as well. Power of the Primes, Vector Prime, ages 8+, Hasbro's logo, Transformers logo, Misaligned Generations logo. There's the artwork. Very good. Okay, so on the back, Metal Hulk is his decoy armor. So, 3 steps of transformation, and Micronus is being promoted, which we've already looked at. And, yeah, I'll show it off. There you go. If it doesn't say it, it's a knockoff. Always remember that. There we go. We're back after wrestling these figures out of the packages because that was quite a handful. Anyway, we got some contents to go through before we take a look at the decoy armor and the Prime Masters themselves with the instruction manuals, which, you know, if you've seen them, you know them. No reason to really show that off because this is as simplistic as it comes. We do have some assembly required here. So I go to retrieve that. And that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to take a look real quickly at the assembly for Skull Grin's armor. Or, you know, Skull Grin being the armor. All you do is simply apply this to this hinge here. Right, there we go. That took a little time. Let's put him back now. And let's give Cloudburst his little additional weapon here that's supposed to go on this hinge and apply as easy as they come, which I guess isn't as easy as they come, but there we go. That was a lot easier than Liege Maximo's little decoy armor. This really doesn't sit flush, does it? That's like crooked. Why is it like that? Why does it angle? Shouldn't it tab in somewhere? Oh, there we go. Alright. Well, no reason to show that off just yet. Spoiler alerts. Oh, I'm so sorry, Micronus. I didn't mean to knock you over. There we go. Alright, so... Really? Okay, so anyway, let's take a look at Metal Hulk's little weapon that he has here. Or at least it completes the assembly to being a weapon. To tab in there. like so. Yep, okay. Alright, I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright, so to start this off, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Prime Masters, because that's the whole purpose. Alright, so here is Micronus, and as you can see, the face is painted, but the eyes aren't, and everything else is basically just the solid color plastic. That's all you get. Red and this dark gray with the hint of the blue for the face, and that's it. Transformation, simple enough. Wow, that is a weak ass transformation sound effect, but there we go. And as you can see, we got the now Prime Master in its prime mode. I don't know what to call it, but yep, simple enough. Put him down. Next up, let's take a look at Vector Prime. This one's the weak sauce of the figures I have, because his hinge is really loose at the knees. The pin is not completely in there. I can take care of that myself with a hammer and a little patience later on. But anyway, let's get a good look at the figure himself. As you can see, it's just as goofy as the other one, with only the face being painted silver here, with the rest of the body being just its solid color plastic. Transformation should be simple enough, because it's loose. So anyway, there we go. There's Vector Prime and his prime power mode. There we go. Alright, so here is Liege Maximo up close. As you can see, there's an opposite going on here. Instead of his face being painted, they decided to paint the helmet. Transformation, again, real easy, as long as the joints aren't too tight. Wow, this is really tight. Yeah, there we go. And there you have it. There's his insignia to his prime power-up. I don't know. Again, I don't know what to call it. So, yeah, that we got out of the way now. And now we gotta take a moment and transform all these guys back to robot mode, because that's the only way you can actually get them to fit inside their decoy armor. I really want to call them pretenders so badly, but that's not the case. So simple enough. Micronus, just split this apart, bring it down, take the little Prime Master and pop him in there, make sure he's sitting in there just fine. And flip that back up, and as you can see now, we got a face sticking out. Even though his eyes aren't painted, that definitely would have helped the look, but it's okay. Vector Prime, same dealio. Flip it down. Take the Prime Master, sit him inside, close this back up, and let's take a good look at his head sticking out right there. Very nice. I like it. Okay, so Skullgrin's armor, flip down. And for Liege Maximo, I wonder why I keep saying Skullgrin when it's Liege Maximo. Skullgrin's the armor. So anyway, just go ahead and get him in there. Like so. Close this back up. And you're not going to see him at all. I mean, really. I mean, maybe if a little bit of light shines through those hollow eyes, maybe you might see something. But no, in order to do that, you have to flip it down. There he is. I don't get the purpose of this one, but whatever. It's just like the toy was way back when. So, anyway, there is a little more to this, because, you know, just having, like, 2 points of articulation here really doesn't achieve much, does it? So, yeah, rest assured, relax, Hasbro's got you covered. Let's go ahead and bring in our little play factors here. We've got Orion Pax for play. We've got Beachcomber for play, and we've got the Prime Armor to Jazz, I suppose. I didn't take the time to notice. Anyway, let's flip up the camera so you can see everything going on here. So, as it's included with Power of the Primes, the Prime Masters is the whole purpose of this thing. So, if you are not using these for weapons here, what you can do is actually quite simple. Just open it up. Release the Prime Master, like so. Close this back up. You really don't need the Prime Masters in here when you are turning them to their little weapon modes, and we'll go to that last. But anyway, for Beachcomber here, being the Scout class figure, or should I say Legends class figure, the purpose for the Prime Master is to actually be piloting a jet or a car, something like that. So, get him in the little Doom Buggy, like so. Put his feet down. Close this back up, just like this, and there you go. Have a good look at Vector Prime, Driving, Beachcomber. I don't know how this upgrades any power for Beachcomber, but it is what it is. It's the play value. There you go. So we're done with that. For Jazz, or any figure that comes with Prime Armor, basically deluxes, you just remove this little piece that once again can be used as a blaster for your figures. And then we'll just take Skullgrin here and open up and bring out Liege Maximo, which is really difficult to actually get these Prime Masters out. I'm not entirely sure if there's an easier way, but anyway, let's move them aside. And what you can do is transform Liege Maximo or any other Prime Master back into its Prime power-up thing, and then in replacement of this piece here, should be able to fit this guy in here. It doesn't go in all the way. I thought maybe it would just go a little more deep in there, but no, that's not the case. So yeah, there is the upgrade to the Prime Armor for your deluxe action figures, in this case Jazz. So there's that. And then of course the very most important part about the whole entire thing, we're going to use Micronus for this one just because. Let's open up the decoy armor here and remove the Prime Master Micronus. Close this back up, put him aside. We're going to take Orion Pax here because why not? Open up chest panel of Optimus Prime. Open up this section here, and let's remove the Matrix of Leadership, which as you can see is in the right upward placement. So it's going to be very difficult getting this back in that way. Anyway, let's remove the centerpiece to the Matrix, like so. And take our little Prime Master and transform him back into his Prime power-up mode, like so. And then just find the right connection. Slot this in. Just like this. There we go. Alright, so to save time, we're just going to go ahead and rotate this the way that it's meant to be in here, as instructed. So let's get this perfectly lined up, like so. Close this back up. Close this back up. And now Orion Pax has been powerified. I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm going to call it. Alright, so as you can see, that's pretty much the gimmick of the Prime Masters, to upgrade and power up your favorite Autobots and Decepticons whenever need be. Right, quick jump cuts. I forgot to mention what is the power of the Prime Masters themselves. So Micronus can swap powers, Vector Prime can time travel, and Liege Maximo can be silly and all, just like me. Okay, so the very last thing to really showcase about the Prime Masters is basically their decoy armor. As I said, there is a weapon mode, so the decoy armor is not useless without the Prime Master on the inside, or should I say with them not on the inside. Simple, rotate on the hinge, there's a tab right here that you're supposed to bring down, or should I say peg, there we go. And now we got a blaster. Let's do the same thing for Micronus. Or should I say, Cloudburst. Get that tab in like so. Bring down the peg. There we go. And then Skullgrin is the opposite. Instead of being a blaster, he's like a claw. It's kind of Wolverine going on there. There we go. Now he's got a claw weapon. Or if you wanted to, you can give him one of the blasters. So there you have that. A little extra firepower going on here, and a little bit of some slashing here and there using Skullgrin, and that's basically it. I mean, there is the whole purpose of the Prime Masters right then and there. Again, it's just to upgrade your Transformer action figures for more extra firepower. So anyway, there's not much else to say about this. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video because this should not have been a long one, but if it is, I do apologize, but there was a lot to talk about with these guys and a lot to really show off at that point. So anyway, I recommend the Prime Masters, definitely. It's really cool. They do have a lot of paint application on them as well for being small little action figures that's under $5, or at least when I bought them, they were under $5. I don't know, maybe it was a special going on, but regardless, definitely pick them up because that's the whole purpose of the Power of the Prime series is the Prime Masters. So, questions or comments, you know to do. Hit it down below in the comment section of the video. If you like today's video review, hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't already, sub up because it's very important at this time. And until then, this is the unprofessional toy reviewer RedisPower signing off saying thank you very much for watching this, and I will see you Right, final jump cut. I promise. This is one thing that I forgot to mention in the video take, so I need to make up for it right now as quickly as possible. So let's do this under a minute. There is one more mode with the Prime Masters and the decoy armor. Simple enough to upgrade the decoy armor for its firepower. You can take the Prime Masters and peg them in on top, and there you go. So there's one, there's Vector Prime, and there's Liege Maximo. So as you can see, all three can combine on their decoy armor for extra firepower when it's not enough firepower. I'm done. Thanks very much for watching this.